Okay, so let's start with the joke really quick. So what do you call a ghost with a broken leg? A hobbling goblin. And what do you call ghosts? Well, what do ghosts put on their turkey? Gravy. So here are the supplies for today's Halloween fun fold card. We're using a basic black that measures 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, let me get my measurements here in front of my face. And then we have some basic white for stamping. Goodness gracious. Scraps. That's where that S came from. Scraps of basic black for die cutting. Then we have Bumblebee for die cutting. And then this paper is actually a holiday paper. What's the name of it? The Stockings. Sweet Stockings Designer Series paper. We're using the B side. So it measures 4 by 2.5, 2 3/4 by 1 1/8, 2.5 by 1 5/8, and 2.5 by 7/8. So yeah, so we're using the B side of the Sweet Stockings Designer Series paper, and the free inspiration sheet will be on my website. So let's stamp. I'll be so much calmer once I ink up that first image. So let's stamp the pumpkin. Technology. So we are stamping this one 2 times. And then we're going to stamp the hat. And then we're going to stamp this cat. And I was ready way ahead of time today. Like, I was feeling so good. And then, of course, the internet. Okay, now this one. This is so cute. I got to stand on my tippy toes. Isn't that cute? So now we're going to get another piece of basic white, and we're going to stamp the broom. And so I'm going to color one end with the Bumblebee ink, and then the other end with the Early Espresso. I'm just looking up at the chat box. Okay, so you can hear me because it looks like Debbie says she can't hear anything. I probably should have just started the video all over and then started back again. Okay, so now we need a piece of basic white, and we're going to cut it. And it's going to measure 7/8 by 1 7/8. We're actually going to use both of these pieces. So this one we're going to stamp this greeting. My tail says it's the twitching hour. There's that one. And then we're going to stamp It's Halloween on this piece. Now we're going to trim this one down later. So the only thing we have left is we're going to stamp the bats, but we've got to die cut that piece. So I'm going to move these images out of the way real quick. So here's our images. So now we're going to do a little bit of coloring with our blends. So I'm using pumpkin pie and daffodil. And I'm going to take some black gingham ribbon. I'm just going to cut about 9 inches. That's probably more than what we need. And I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet to color the ribbon with the dark daffodil. So I'm just going to color the white areas with the brush tip. I feel like it ties it in a little bit better with this paper. And if you don't have the black gingham ribbon, since it's on back order, you could use the bumblebee gingham ribbon, which is also pretty. You're welcome for the link to the little trimmer. Okay, that's good. So we'll just set that aside for a minute. And now we're going to color the, I'm using the light daffodil on the hat. And I'm going to color the kitty cat eyes with the light. And now I'm going to color the pumpkins. This is the dark. And now the light. One more, then we'll be done coloring. I'm laughing just because it seems like I've been coloring for quite a while now. I'm kind of going slow too, though. I don't want to mess up. There we go. So if you need a break, because you certainly are going to have time, now I've got to fussy cut all of these images. Now, it don't take that long, but yeah, they're pretty easy to do. You know what I noticed? Did y'all notice this? So like, do I see all the chats on this live feed, or are some being skipped over or something? You know what I mean? Like, it seems like it moves really slow. I wonder if I need to change the settings. Today's Miss Bella's spa day, so I have to leave here in a little bit to take her to get groomed. Because she's half King Charles Cavalier and half Bichon, so she doesn't shed. So she has to get her hair cut often, once a month. She gets a bath, one appointment, and then the next time she gets a groom. So it's nice that she don't shed because we don't have to deal with pet hair ever. But the flip side of that is that we have to take her and get her hair cut. There's that one. I prefer having to take her to get the hair cut. Although I have to say I always get stressed out that she's going to get hurt. I think we talked about this on Monday about the birds. I should have saved my joke for now, except I would have never remembered it. I'd have to look at it, and I can't read and cut at the same time. I can talk and walk and chew gum, but I can't cut and read. Did I say that right? Talk and walk and chew gum? Okay, there's that one. Two more. We're almost there. This stamp set is too cute to not use. So if you are a person that has to have dies, I wish we did, but we don't. But if we did, they'd probably be on back order. So I'm okay with fussy cutting, to be honest, because you got scissors in stock, right? David's desk, his office furniture, I don't think it's ever going to arrive. Every time we turn around, someone's telling us about more product that's not available. It's everywhere. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, if you're a person that likes to do your Christmas shopping early, you might better be done by now because everything's going to be out of stock for everything else. Okay, so now there goes a plane. First there was a big truck. Chase said I should get those sound buffer thingies to put in here, but then my walls would look all wonky. I can't put big black spongy looking things on my walls so that it blocks out sounds. Plus the sound's coming from the window, not from the walls. It's just me and Bella here today. Okay, last one. That didn't take too terribly long, did it? I'm whacking off part of that broom because it's going to get covered up with... I wonder if I can cut and splice the beginning of my video because this project's going to be so cute and some people are not going to make it past the frozen section. You know what I mean? I need to figure out if I can cut and splice this video. Oh, I know what I'll do. Maybe I'll unpublic it. Yeah. I'll have to mute this out too. But now I know what I'll do. I'll save it to my computer. I'll edit that front out and I'll repost it and then I'll just delete the live version. There we go. Now, so we're going to take this piece and this piece and we are going to die cut. So we're using the Layering Circles dies and we're using the Frightful tags. So we're going to be using that little tree. So I'm going to get my mini stamp and cut and die machine. we'll start with the circle. This measures approximately 2 5/8. So there's that one. So sorry. I am a klutz. What can I say? My sister and I were just talking about that yesterday. When Brooke cleans the kitchen, it's very loud, and she's like a bull in a china shop, and that's how like Kim and I are too. Of course, we always say it's because we grew up on a farm, but Brooke didn't grow up on a farm. She's a city girl, so maybe that's not the reason why we're that way. Who knows? So now that we've got this piece, we're going to stamp the bat 2 times. Okay, done stamping. We're done cutting all of our pieces out. Isn't this a beautiful sight? Look at all these. That's a lot of stamping for one project. So now we're going to take this basic black layer, and we're going to be using our trimmer. So we're going to turn it on its side just like this, okay? And I better slide these guys over because I will knock them off on the floor. I will lose one. So the first step, we're placing this in the portrait mode, okay? And we're going to line this up on the trimmer. On the left side, your measurement is going to be 1 1/4. So we're going to line it up over here at 1 1/4. So there's 1 1/4. We're going to be using our scoring blade, and let's get that cutting blade all the way down here. He's in timeout. So we're going to take the scoring blade and put it at the 2 3/4. So there is 2 3/4. And we're going to score from 2 3/4 all the way to the left. Okay? Then we're going to slide this down to 2 inches and do the same thing. We're going to score from 2 3/4 all the way to the left. Then we're going to slide it to 3 1/8. Same thing, 2 3/4, score all the way to the left. You're going to slide it down to 4 1/4, and you're going to score the entire section, okay? And then slide it down to 3 1/8, no, 3 1/8, 6 1/8. So 6 1/8. And you're going to start at the 2 3/4 and score to the left. Whoops. Okay, so now you're going to flip it over like this. Okay? See? And we're going to cut from this score line to this score line. So if you place it on your trimmer and line it up on the left side at 2 3/4, and then you're going to cut from 1 1/4 to 6 1/8. So I'm going to start with the cutting blade this time at 1 1/4 and cut to 6 1/8. Okay, now we're just going to fold and burnish with our bone folder. Okay, so burnish. Okay, so here's our stair step card. So we're going to take a little short commercial break if I can find my thingies. So don't forget, double Chick Rewards until the 24th. Or if you're not one of my Chick Rewards people, if you're not interested in getting those benefits, then here's my September 15th through 30th host code. And if you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator, I'd love to talk to you. Give me a call. Yeah. Okay, now back to making the card. This is going to be so cute. So we're going to add the designer series paper now. Okay. Here we go. I got a new liquid glue this morning. I love it when I open up a new pack. So we're going to center this piece here. And then this bigger one goes back here. And let's see, this one goes down here. I need to replace my blade on my trimmer. Oh, girl, get back up there. Whew, that was scary. And then now this one goes right here. There we go. Now this is going to get added here. So same thing, liquid glue. And we're going to attach this greeting right down here. Our tree is going to get added up here. And this one's going to get added here. Isn't that so cute? We're going to attach the hat to this one, so just a little bit of liquid glue. Let me get my craft sheet. Okay. I'm going to give that a second to dry. So we're going to move over here to this side. So this is going to get added right about there. And then the gradient's going to get added. And then the kitty cat. Okay. That's why it's so nice using liquid glue, because you can slide things a little bit. And then now some liquid glue for this one. Now you could use dimensionals if you want. I didn't on any of these, but you could. So now we just have ribbon and embellishments. So we're going to take this black gingham ribbon that we colored with our daffodil marker, the dark. It makes the ribbon stiffer. Yeah, so I cut 9 inches. That's way too much, but it makes it easier to work with when I'm filming. Okay, that's gonna go down here. I still want to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And a glue dot. And now we're going to take the cute stars, and I'm going to take these iridescent ones again. Okay, so let's see how it looks. It's kind of hard to see on screen, but see how cute that is? Isn't it darling? So I guess if you could see it like I see it. And then here's the one from earlier. So this is another item that can be, it is a card. It does fit in an A2 envelope, so it is standard. It will go in a normal envelope. But this is another one of those table decoration things. So people have asked for table decor. This could totally be table decor. Okay, you guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you later. Thank you again.